You're watching Experience Comic Culture and Sales, streaming live daily to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter.
Hey everybody, we're here. It's been a couple weeks. We appreciate your patience. New Fat Jack's live auction. It's a beautiful Sunday. Hope you guys are having a lovely day. Lucas and Nick, I already see you guys in here. Hope you're doing well. Lucas is on vacation this week. He is in Punta Cana in the DR. He's having a lovely time over there. I'm very jealous. I am joined by Mike today. He's hiding behind the rack. Mike brought us some goodies this week. Got a lot of nice early FF, Avengers, Cap, DD, all those great guys. I want to see your comments. I want you guys to comment what you want to see. Any questions you have, always feel free to fire away. Got a lot of good stuff this week, so I'm ready to get into it when you guys are. Say hi, sound off in the chat, all right? Got some early FF starting from issue 75, spanning from 75 to 200. Got Avengers spanning from 73 to 88, or actually 70. Got some early Cap, 116, 119, Daredevil 20, really early Daredevil. So a lot of good stuff. Definitely some affordable prices as well. Those in the right order. All right, shall we begin? Let's see Avengers, Lucas says. All right. Avengers issue 70. Very nice issue right here. This is the Avengers facing off against the Squadron Sinister, one of my favorite villain teams from Marvel. Of course, Squadron Sinister is a evil parody of the Justice League. You got Nighthawk, you got Hyperion, Speed Demon, I believe they were calling him at the time. He's had a couple different names, Blur, and Dr. Spectrum. This is a fine plus copy of Avengers 70. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong one. This is a very good minus copy. The centerfold's loose. That is to be noted. Very good minus for $30. Just $30 right here for Avengers number 70. Super early Avengers. Next up, got Avengers number 73. Fine minus grade. This is $15. This is a very cool team right here. This is when Hawkeye, Clint Barton, took over the mantle of Goliath, and you have Hank Pym is actually Yellow Jacket here, and Vision, Black Panther. Vision is saying whether he lives or whether he dies, the Panther fights alone. Sons of the Serpent is the enemy in this issue right here. Just $15 for Avengers 73 right here. Fine minus grade. All right. Next up, we got Avengers 75. Avengers 75 right here. This is a fine grade for $18. This is featuring The Avengers trying to capture Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch. Grab Quicksilver. He's the only one who can stop the world from blowing up. He's the only one. How do you catch the world's fastest man? Avengers number 75. $18. Fine grade. Next up, we got Avengers 79 featuring the Lethal Legion. Another very fun villain team. Featuring Grim Reaper, Man-Ape, Living Laser, Swordsmaster. Or is it Swordsman? I get it confused. Swordsman. Yes, Swordsman. That's right. Avengers number 79. Very fine plus for $25. Low, the Lethal Legion. Final Avengers we got this week. Issue 88. Harlan Ellison on the story here. Fine plus grade for $25. Hold it, Cyclop. Release the Hulk. Summons of Cyclop. It looks like Cyclop is shrinking the Hulk down to small size. It's a good question. I know North Star is very fast, so it's very possible that he's faster than Quicksilver. Just $25 for Avengers 88. All right. Moving on to a couple Captain America books. Captain America 116, featuring the Mighty Avengers on the cover as well. Very good plus grade for $12. Centerfold is loose. That is also to be noted. Just $12 on Captain America 116. Very good plus. He said once he could only go max speed once because it would kill him and the world. Oh, so Quicksilver. Okay. Yeah, Quicksilver definitely has limits. He's not as fast as the Flash. That much is for sure. Cap 119. Very good grade for $10. The Skull Falls. This is featuring my favorite Falcon outfit, personally. All right, Zanin. Zanin, how you doing? Claiming Cap 116.
All right, thanks, Aiden.
Enjoy. Can I interest you in 119? Falcon with the green and orange suit. I always love this classic outfit. You don't see a lot of green and orange on people's outfits anymore. Claim 119. All right. Sounds good. There's Zanin as well. Good grab, Zanin. This is a new collection that Mike just picked up this Thursday. A lot of good stuff in here. Zanin says, enjoy your vacation, Lucas. I'll see you when you return. Lucas will be back very soon. Won't be gone too long. I won't have to miss him too much. Good grab, Zanin. If you have any questions about particular books, let us know, Zanin. We got some early FF. I know you love some FF. We got a lot of Daredevil that I'm going to go over next, and we got Avengers up there as well. So moving on to Daredevil. Issue 20, featuring the Owl. Very good minus. Just $20. There's tape on the inside cover keeping it together. That is also to be noted. So Daredevil issue 20, very good minus for $20. Featuring classic DD villain, the Owl. Next up, I have issue 21. Just $4 for issue 21. There's a little tear on the book there you can see. Please note that.
The tear goes through the entire book. That's why it's only $4.
Tear goes through the whole book. Okay. The trap is sprung. Just $4 for Daredevil issue 21. Feel free to pop it open, read it. It's only $4. All right. Next up, everyone's favorite Marvel villain, the Leapfrog, showed up in the She-Hulk show. This is issue 25, fine minus grade, for just $22. Wowee, just wait till you meet old Matt Murdock's swinging twin brother. Enter the Leapfrog. Issue 25 for $22. Comment below your guys' favorite Daredevil villain. Let us know who's your favorite Daredevil villain. He's got quite the interesting rogues gallery. All right. Next up, Daredevil 26, fine minus grade, $22 as well. I think if I had to pick, I'd say Stiltman is my favorite. Stiltman strikes again. Also featuring the Masked Marauder, Unmasked. Stillman's such a goofy character, but has been used in very serious ways more recently. Christopher Cantwell's Iron Man run utilized him very well. But yeah, very cool. Stiltman Daredevil face-off. $22 for Daredevil 26. Oh, how Daredevil registers the spot. That's very interesting, actually. I've never seen that. Kind of low-hanging fruit, but Bullseye. Bullseye is a really cool character just because of his power set. You know, I think it's such a unique power set, and there's a lot of terrifying ways that he can use those abilities. Next up, Daredevil 28, good plus. Just $10. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's planet. Looks like Daredevil's facing off against some aliens here. Daredevil 28 for just $10. Making a little jump here number-wise. Daredevil 49. This is a very interesting cover. This is sort of just a few panels. But on the cover there, Daredevil 49, fine grade for $19. Zayden says Purple Man, an excellent choice as well. Absolutely terrifying, the implications of his powers. Daredevil 49 for $19. Next up, we got Daredevil 51, fine plus grade for just $25.
And that issue's the first Roy Thomas script on Daredevil.
Nice. Roy Thomas.
And with Barry Windsor-Smith art.
Barry Windsor-Smith. Very nice. All right, here's another question for the comments. Favorite Daredevil artist? Favorite artist on Daredevil? Gene Colan is my pick. We have 2 copies of issue 54 for Daredevil. More expensive one is $18. It's a very fine grade for 18 bucks. Or for even cheaper, fine plus grade for 12 bucks. So 2 options on this one. Daredevil 54, 18 or 12 bucks. Lucas says Marco Cicchetto, very good modern artist, working on Daredevil more recently. And Zanin says Frank Miller with Wallywood a close second. Yeah, can't go wrong. Can't go wrong with Frank Miller on Daredevil. Right. Final Daredevil issue here. Daredevil number 55. Good plus for just $6. It's very fun, very funny cover here. Just Daredevil with a bunch of overlaid coward all over the cover. Coward, 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 coward. Daredevil 55, good plus for just $6. All right, that's the final Daredevil book. I'm going to move on to Fantastic Four now. Don't be afraid to ask questions on books that we've already gone over. I'm happy to review. Let's move on to the other rack featuring Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four, number 75. This is a good plus. Centerfold is loose. Please note that. This is $19. What profiteth a man to flee his fate? For he shall surely find worlds within worlds. Classic Kirby right there. Featuring Galactus and Silver Surfer. Crystal also on the cover there. FF75, $19. Next up, we got FF76, Stranded in Subatomica. Very good grade for just $18. $18. All right. Couple copies of FF number 87. Very good minus for $9. Or what I'm going to venture to say is a good grade for $5. Possibly the most offbeat ending of the year, The Power and the Pride. FF number 87. $5 or $9. Next up, FF93. Very good plus for $16. Featuring the Arena of Death. Pastor Michael, how you doing? How's it going? $16, FF93. Next up, FF98. $22 for FF98. Is that very nice? Very good? What do you have there? That one? Very nice. Very good.
Fine plus.
Fine plus. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. Fine plus 98 for just $22. Doomsday on the Moon. Human Torture saying it isn't possible. He can't be here. Not here. Stay back. You know how dangerous he is. Why don't he stop? Why does he keep coming? Some mystery villain that the FF is facing off against here. Thrills and drama as only Mighty Marvel can present them. FF98 for $22. Next up, FF99. Very good plus. This is $18. In this epic issue, there's a battle against the uncanny Inhumans, and the torch goes wild. Nice face-off featuring all the classic Inhumans: Gorgon, Karnak, Medusa, Triton, Black Bolt, Crystal. All your favorites. FF99, very good plus, $18. Next up, Fantastic Four, number 101. This is a very good plus for $15. $15. Shock follows shock as death strikes at night. The FF are beaten at last. Crystal's a mainstay of the group at this point. Zayden says, mystery villain was a cosmic sentry. Just a Kree sentry? That's really funny. That's not terribly shocking or surprising, to be honest. Lucas is asking, what was my favorite book this week? Oh, Incredible Hulk #1. We only have a few, like two, not including the incentive cover, only 2 copies left of the Incredible Hulk. That was a real hit this week. I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. Taking Hulk back in a more horror direction. I loved it. Thought it was fantastic. Can't recommend it enough. I picked up my copy here at the shop. Incredible Hulk #1, Philip Kennedy Johnson and Nick Klein. The best. Zanin said he really enjoyed Scarlet Witch Annual #1. I really enjoyed that as well. I don't know if Lucas has read that yet. I'm all caught up on this week's books and last week's. I'm just all caught up. Scarlet Witch Annual was very cool, surprisingly. I was skeptical with this new Agatha direction. They're kind of doing brand synergy, so she's more like the movies, but I enjoyed it. Mass Vigilante said, why don't you guys do this live stream on TikTok? You need 1,000 followers on TikTok to do a live stream. So help us run up those numbers. Keep following us on TikTok. We appreciate the support on all the socials. Right now, you can find this stream on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, those 3. So check us out anywhere on there for the claim sale. Lucas, you just started Saga, huh? Okay. That's a big undertaking. Fantastic Four, number 104. Very good plus for $13. Featuring Magneto? Interesting. Attack me and those you love most will die. We got Namor in this one. We got Magneto. Very interesting lineup here. FF number 104. Very good plus for $13. Nick says, claim FF number 104.
I'm sorry, who was it?
Nick. Yeah, Lucas, I don't know how you're ever going to catch up on all this stuff. Hey, Kenneth, hope you're doing well. We got a lot of cool books this week, Kenneth. Feel free to comment. Any questions you have, let us know. All right. Moving on. Fantastic Four, number 107, featuring my favorite, The Thing. Fine minus for $20. Fantastic Four, number 107. It must happen. It must. Also featuring the sensational clue to the mystery of Janus. Fantastic Four, number 107. Fine minus, $20. Next up, FF number 108. Good grade for $6. Even the FF are powerless against the Nega Man. Looks like he's giving the FF a run for their money. He was strong enough to knock out the Thing, and looks like he's incapacitated Reed as well. Action, shock, mystery. This one has him. FF 108, good for just $6. Just $6 you can have a piece of history right here. Next up, FF 111. Fine minus grade right here for $16. The Thing runs amok. Looks like the Thing's gone mad. There's no stopping him, they say on the cover. Issue 111, fine minus for $16. Zanin said, final Jack Kirby story, 108. Oh, really? Okay. This is Kirby's final story for the FF. Zanin is always educating me about FF. I appreciate it, Zanin. Issue 111, fine minus $16. Moving on to FF 113. A few weeks ago, we were showing off a Spanish reprint of this book. This is the real thing, though. FF number 113, very good plus grade for $12. The Coming of the Overmind, The Fate of the Thing. Mr. Fantastic fights back. The Watcher speaks. The Torch in action. This one has it all. FF number 113, very good plus for $12. Next up, got a couple options for FF 114. Nick, no, you didn't miss 103. We don't have 103. We jumped from 101 to 107. Sorry about that. No, Lucas, this is from a collection that Mike got from a Jersey regular, or a longtime Jersey customer on Thursday. So this is a completely different collection. So you or I have not seen this collection until now. FF 114, very good grade for $10, or fine minus copy for $14. Who can stop the Overmind? FF 114. Just one more FF book for today. Huge anniversary issue right here. This is Fantastic Four 200. 17th anniversary spectacular. Double the size, double the action, double the thrills. From 1978. FF 200, very good plus for $9. Very recently, FF 700 came out. That was a big deal. Very nice issue featuring Dr. Doom. Got to have Dr. Doom in every anniversary issue, it would seem. Mr. Fantastic and the long-awaited fight to the finish against the power of Dr. Doom. Very good plus for $9. Moving on from FF, we have X-Men number 93. Very good minus grade. This is the last reprint before the new X-Men book. $14 for X-Men number 93. Dr. Doom should be in the MCU very soon, yes. Fantastic Four movie should be coming very soon. I hope it's good. X-Men number 93, very good minus for $14. They're asking who's that? That is Mike, the owner of Fat Jack's. Just went over a lot of books. Any questions, please feel free to comment. Comment anything you guys are looking for. Stuff that I can look for here at the shop. Maybe have for you next week if I don't have it up on the wall, right on the rack right now. We encourage, the hunt. So comment any books you guys are looking for.
That's a reprint book, but it sold out pretty quick when it came out.
Any Gwen Stacy fans in the audience tonight? Giant size Gwen Stacy number 1 from, I want to say like a couple years ago. Pretty recent book. $10.50. It's a chock full of classic Gwen Stacy stories for just $10.50. This is a very nice celebration of Gwen Stacy, featuring a lot of reprints. This is a Peach Momoko variant. If you're a collector of comics today, you probably are familiar with Peach Momoko's work. There's the Peach Momoko verse now. She has her own Marvel universe. They let her draw and write. She's quite the powerhouse right now in comics. Peach Momoko has done countless variant covers. Countless. There's at least one per volume of every current Marvel book, if not multiple per volume. She's always working. I'm glad she's doing so well. I think her work is fantastic myself. Lucas says, basically Gwen being a detective and kind of sleuthing the existence of Kingpin. Okay, interesting. Lucas can advocate for this book, Giant Size Gwen Stacy number 1 for $10.50. Is her real name actually Peach? I don't know if her real name is actually Peach. I think it's probably a stage name, Peach Momoko, but Momoko sounds like a real last name. I just don't know about Peach, but that is a good question. Personal favorite, Silver Surfer story. I think a lot of people know about this right here. This is Stan Lee and Mobius's Silver Surfer 2-issue mini. Classic right here. I have issue 1 and 2, both very fine grade. Silver Surfer issue 1 for $9 and issue 2 for $6. Under the Epic Comics mini imprint there. Mobius, pretty iconic artist. I love his work. They actually did a skate brand collab with him recently for Primitive Skate. That's how much his art has permeated pop culture. You can buy his stuff and wear it now. Silver Surfer issue 1 and 2, issue 1 for $9, issue 2 for $6. Get yourself the full mini right there. Who's more gluttonous, Larfleeze or Galactus? It's a good question. Galactus can, I don't know. Larfleeze maybe hasn't tapped into his full potential yet, but Galactus, I think, has. Superman number 423, fine quality for $9. Historic last issue, a special story by Alan Moore, Kurt Swan, and George Perez. Featuring a lot of cool stories in this book. Rampage of Bizarro, New Brainiac, Daily Planet's Last Stand, The Return of the Fearsome Funsters, The Killing of Clark Kent. Oh no. Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow, The Legion of Superheroes' His Last Salute. They fit a lot of stuff. It's not too thick of a book, but they fit in a lot of stuff. Historic last issue of Superman, issue 423, just $9. Here's some very cool books right here. History of the DC Universe by Marv Wolfman and George Perez. For $5, you can have book 1, and for $5, you can have book 2. History of the DC Universe. I love books like these. Makes it easy for new fans and old fans alike to enjoy the history of the DC Universe. Sort of a hopping on point for new readers, but also just gives you a nice overwhelming, overarching scope of this grand world that they've built. Book 1 and book 2, each $5. Thank you, Masked Vigilante. We appreciate the follows. Hope you guys are having a lovely Sunday. Once again, please feel free to comment any books you guys are looking for. We have decades worth of back issues in this shop. pass me this box?
Sure.
All right. Zanin said that was actually reset on the DC Universe history after Crisis 1985. Ah, yes. DC's DC's many crises on Infinite Earths, or on one Earth, or on two Earths, or whatever it might be. So, looks like this was resetting the universe a little bit then. History of the DC Universe by Marv Wolfman and George Perez. So the question is this stuff still canon then? Because there's been so many crises since. Most recently was Dark Crisis. So many crises for DC. I don't know the timeline anymore. Don't ask me. All right. Let's jump to some Spider-Man. Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man. Very early issue here, issue number 4. Very fine plus copy for $15. Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man, issue 4. The Vulture is a bird of prey. Recently, I was going through my own collection. I discovered that I actually had issue 1 of this. I think my dad had multiple, and he gave me one. As many of you probably know, first issue features a very famous Tarantula cover. Tarantula versus Spidey on that cover. But this is a very early issue as well, so issue 4 for $15. Next up, I got Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man, issue 7. Very good minus grade for $6. The menace is the man called Morbius. Morbius, as many of you know, is the star of Sony's Morbius movie. They just announced a Kraven movie, too, that they're going to do. All right. With that, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
You know how when you go to Comic-Con, after Comic-Con, you go to the hotel bar, and there's a whole bunch of people playing music and dancing, and you've got Pikachu and Lara Croft Tomb Raider doing the cha-cha slide just down from Deadpool and Batman and Wonder Woman? That's every Saturday night over on the Experience Twitch channel. Join Taji Beats for the EXP Dance Party, exclusively on Twitch, twitch.tv/the_EXP.
You just finished the last episode of your favorite new show, and you just have to talk about it. But all your friends are ghosting you because of that incident last week at the buffet. Oh, you know the one. What you did to that chowder. Ugh. Keeps me up at night. So what do? Join writer Dan Wickline as he breaks down all your favorite pop culture media. Whether it's a review of the latest nerdy TV show or a dive back into the history of your favorite comic characters, Dan's ready to discuss all the hottest topics live. Join the conversation as Dan live streams Tuesday through Thursday at 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. The Dan Wickline Show on The Experience. Comic culture and sales. To be continued. 3 little words that hold the secret to the next great story. 3 words that will thrill you, confound you, give life to new possibilities. Every variation of To Be Continued is a promise of adventure, a promise of excitement, a promise of unseen wonders and unexplored worlds. A promise that every issue you read makes you a part of a never-ending journey, and behind every page there will be an unopened door waiting for you. This story to be continued at your local comic book shop today. Visit comicshoplocator.com today.
Go follow the experience on TikTok at @the_EXP1 or scan the QR code on the screen. Our TikTok is like everywhere else we are, except you only have to deal with us for a minute. Seems like a win-win to me.
Hey everybody, Elias here from Fat Jackson, Philly. Hope everyone's having a lovely Sunday. We are back from break. If you guys are just joining us now, please feel free to comment anything you guys are looking for. It looks like we already got some comments while we were on break. Appreciate you guys tuning in. We got a lot of nice books this week. Early FF, Early Avengers, Early Daredevil, all that good stuff. Please comment with any questions you guys have. Lyle, I see you have just joined us. How you doing, Lyle? Hope you're doing well. Splash Page said, did I miss any Golden Age comics? No Golden Age. I wish we had Golden Age. No Golden Age right now. Silver Age is mostly what we got on the rack at the moment. The boat guy is asking, Fright, Freddy number 3, Jason, and Myers Comics. Nothing I have handy at the moment, but something I can look for. I will take a look and hopefully have those for you next week. But I'm happy to look for them. But horror comics, okay. All right. Let's move on. Some more books. I still have a few from this one collection, a few books left. Early Avengers, Early Journey into Mystery, Early Thor. These are some really nice books right here. Avengers number 31, very good grade for $18. Featuring Goliath, Cap, Hawkeye on the cover. Avengers number 31, very good grade for just $18. Journey into Mystery, issue 111. Good grade for $20. Journey into Mystery 111, featuring the mighty Thor. There's a cute little note here. We decided that this cover is too beautiful to spoil with captions, so here it is. You figure it out. This is when captions were so common on covers that it was an occasion when it was just the art speaking for itself. But from what I can glean, King Cobra, Mr. Hyde facing off against Thor in Asgard. Looks like Heimdall's tossing his sword from his steed here over the Bifrost and to Thor. Journey into Mystery, number 111. Good grade for $20. Finally, Thor issue 142. A very good grade for $16, featuring the Scourge of the Super Skrull. That's right, everyone's favorite classic FF villain, the Super Skrull, capable of mimicking those 4 powers at the time. He hadn't really expanded to much else. Mighty Thor, number 142. Let's come up with something else for you guys to comment. All right, here's a piece of here's a pop quiz. What is the first appearance of Punisher? Give you guys something to think on. What's the first appearance of Punisher? Comment below. The first appearance of Punisher. First person to get it right to comment gets a crisp high five. How about a few Marvel Collector's Item classics? These are always a lot of fun. Issue 6, 8, and 10 I have here. Issue 6, good grade for $5, featuring Fantastic Four number 9, featuring Tales of Suspense 43, Incredible Hulk 5, and Strange Tales 116. Collector's Item classics with a bunch of reprints, always a lot of fun. Issue 6 for just $5. Zanin, that's right. Amazing Spider-Man number 129 is the first appearance of Punisher. Marvel is doing facsimile reprints of ASM right now, namely ASM 121 and 122 is coming out this Wednesday. If you're interested in getting your hands on that, please come down to the shop. We will have those. Issue 122. I'm not sure what they're going to end with because they did recently do a reprint of 129. But right now they're going in sequence from 121 up. So I love the facsimile reprints. They are really one-to-one, just on a nicer paper stock, obviously. But they get the ads. They get all that original stuff in there. It's always a ton of fun. Gives you a piece of history, for the current cover price of Marvel books for $3.99. But very cool. Issue 129, Zanin has earned himself a crisp high five. Marvel Collector's Item Classics number 8 for $9, featuring FF10, Tales of Suspense 45, Strange Tales, and Hulk, the Incredible Hulk. And issue 10 for $9. These are all good grades, by the way. Good. This is featuring FF, Tales of Suspense, Hulk, Marvel Collector's Item Classics. Zanin said, I purchased the 129 facsimile because that's probably the closest I'll come to actually owning it. Yeah. Very fair. Very fair. My father was lucky enough to have purchased a couple copies back in the day. He got one graded. Very nice investment. But so I've had the pleasure of seeing 129 for real up close, but not a lot of people have. So the facsimile edition is obviously very helpful. All right. What else we got? Fine Plus of Tales to Astonish number 71 for $25 is featuring the Submariner and the Incredible Hulk. A classic pairing. Namor versus the Hulk is a fight that I always like to see. Of course, they were also in the Defenders together. Always a fun quarrel right there. Tales to Astonish, number 71, The Submariner, starring in Escape to Nowhere. Issue 71 for $25. It's coming down hard out there.
Yes, it is.
Hope you guys are staying dry. Yeah, definitely a great investment, Zanin. Hey, Thomas, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. No shame in that. I have Hulk 1, New Mutants 98, and a couple Action Comics 1. I'll take the facsimile over not having issues any day. Yeah, Marvel's been doing a good amount of facsimiles recently. I think there's definitely a lot more that they could be doing, but I don't know. I guess it's a very specific market for it, maybe, because obviously a lot of older comic fans are going to want to have it, but they might have the original, so maybe they buy it so they can actually read the copy and not open the original. There's a good couple reasons to own the facsimile edition for sure. All right, these next two are really beat up, but I think they're very cool. Tales of Suspense, featuring Iron Man and Cap, issue 89, featuring the monstrous menace of the Melter, the new mysterious Melter, I should say. This is issue 89, good grade for $15. Very early appearance of the Melter right here. Very cool piece of history right here. And issue 93 of Tales of Suspense, featuring the Titanium Man, Power vs. Power, back again, stronger than ever. The Titanium Man. Issue 93, good grade for $10. Don't miss the villainy of Half Face. Issue 93 is interesting. Some people consider it the first cameo of MODOK, but he's only mentioned by name, and his voice is featured in a speech bubble in this issue. So, debated cameo. But the next issue fully features MODOK. Tales of Suspense 93 for $10. All right, I'm trying to think what else can I encourage you guys to comment about. Keep the engagement going. I want everybody to sound off. Let's see. All right, here's another fun one. Favorite Iron Man villain. Comment below your favorite Iron Man villain. Here's a couple of those X-Men reprints that they did. X-Men, this is a reprint of the first appearance of Grotesque, X-Men number 89, very fine minus for $38. X-Men number 89. $38. And X-Men number 90, very good grade. Reprint of issue 42. The Death of Professor X. $16. Very good grade. Don't forget to comment your favorite Iron Man villain. Justin Hammer. Really? Okay. It's really funny how whenever I hear Justin Hammer now, I just imagine Sam Rockwell. Very comedic take on Justin Hammer. But obviously, he causes him actual trouble in the comics. But he is just so comedic to me now because of Sam Rockwell. They have clashed many times. Doctor Doom, though, I don't know. The tough part about him is he's made himself a villain of, an enemy of so many people. So it's hard to say, it's hard to really call him a villain of anyone besides the FF. Because then I feel like I'd be saying Spider-Man, I'd be saying, the Avengers. Like, I feel like I'd be saying a lot of people. But Zanen's locking in Justin Hammer / Doctor Doom. Strange Tales, number 145. Good grade for 850. Strange Tales, of course, was featuring Nick Fury and Doctor Strange at the time. Very interesting combo. Can't say I ever really understood it, but it's a classic matchup now. Strange Tales featuring Doctor Strange and Nick Fury. Xana says, my favorite Doctor Doom battle was against Luke Cage. Interesting. You have to tell me what book that was in, because I don't know what that's from. I'm not aware of that. The Mandarin. Yeah, I love classic Mandarin. I love the different rings, each having their own powers. I think that's a lot of fun. I also was very mad when they, made him a joke. But then they kind of developed him more in Shang-Chi, like the actor character, and then made the Mandarin, Shang-Chi's father. So who cares about the MCU? I don't. Mandarin Classic in the comics is really awesome, and his rings are super powerful. I used to have all them memorized. That's a good quiz. That's a good trivia. Good trivia for the comment section is name me all 10 of Mandarin's rings. Yeah, cartoon version was awesome as well. That is very true. But yeah, name me all 10 of Mandarin's rings. I know one of them is like a black hole ring, which is super broken, super overpowered. But yeah, Mandarin, super cool. They're dealing with his rings in the recent Iron Man books, but they're not dealing with him. So I'd love some classic Mandarin stuff. In the past couple weeks here at the shop, I've been making dividers for individual volumes. Feel free to yell at us for not having that before. Trying to make it easier to know, where each volume ends and starts and ends. Makes it easier for the customers, makes it easier for the employees to know, what they're looking at. But yeah, I did Iron Man, and just in general, I'm realizing how many good volumes, how many good takes there have been on these classic characters. Spider-Man, amazing Spider-Man. Captain America, Iron Man, and Hulk. So many volumes, but so many good takes on the characters, so many cool jumping on points, so many cool reiterations done by excellent teams every time. I got to decide where I want to go next. Maybe Daredevil, maybe Deadpool. Anyone with a lot of volumes like that. We have a ton of those back issues. So I have a question for you in the chat. How many titles is too many per character at one time? Whew, that's a good question. Marvel's been veering away from that a little more. than I think they used to. But I don't know. It varies from month to month. I would say, Spider-Man is such a popular character that a lot of writers have stories for him, and a lot of writers have really good stories for him. So there's a lot of story to tell with that character. So I don't mind there being a lot of minis and one shots or whatever it might be. I just know that myself, I'm not going to be able to keep up with all that. So how many, if I was to put a number on it, I would say 2 or 3. The real problem right now is just all the spider adjacent stuff. So right now you got Amazing Spider-Man, you have Spider-Man by Dan Slott, you have Spider-Man India, you have Spider-Gwen 2099. Well, that just wrapped up, but there's another one starting. But it's a whole universe per character now. The Spider-Verse obviously is a whole universe now. So, but I'd be curious what you guys think in the comments. How many titles is too many per character at one time? The real issue that I'm having right now with the back issue section is where to put 2 Captain America titles. Right now there's Symbol of Truth and there's Sentinel of Liberty. I can't go back and forth. That doesn't make sense. Xanon says Dr. Doom and Luke Cage clash in Hero for Hire number 8 to 9. Interesting. Okay. Doom hired Cage to retrieve some stolen equipment, but stiffed Cage on paying his fee. Cage then traveled to Latveria to settle up with Doom for his money. That's really funny. I didn't know about that fight, but that's very cool. Luke Cage is such a cool character and a very interesting power set when you come down to it. Just unbreakable skin, What are they going to do about that? So the villains have to get very creative with him. All right. Let's see. Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos. Here's a classic for you. Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos, issue 33. Very good grade for $20. Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos, number 33 for $20. Yes, please ask us any questions about any books up on the racks. Thomas says, what is that Superman on the left? This is Superman 423. Superman 423 right here, fine grade for $9. Superman 423. Featuring Alan Moore, Kurt Swan, and George Perez. Which is very cool. Historic last issue, Superman 423 for $9. Here's something a little different. Spawn number 9. First appearance of Angela. Very fine grade for $18. Angela, of course, was bought up by Marvel and made into Thor's sister. Very interesting time. During the original Sin event, they introduced this. I think it was kind of a bombshell for Thor to discover that he had a sister from heaven, the realm heaven. So this was the big secret that they revealed. In Marvel terms, Angela first appeared in the final issue of Age of Ultron 10. but this is her very first appearance in Image's Spawn number 9. Very fine grade for $18. Here's something that's very interesting. These books that I have here just jumped in value immensely because of TikTok. That's right. Someone on TikTok just made a video highlighting this not terribly well-known Marvel storyline called Marvel Ruins. Marvel Ruins is the worst possible timeline. It's a version of the Marvel Universe where everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. Needless to say, it's terribly dark, so not for the faint of heart. It's not a fun read by any means, but some people love the dark stuff, so this jumped up. The ones that I have here are a technically second printing, but are still worth a little. These are both in very fine plus grade. Ruins was originally a 2-issue mini, but this right here, this second printing, puts it all into one book. So issue 1 and 2 are in one book here. The cover price is $4.99, but with the new hike, and this is more reasonable than people are even asking, we're asking $20 on Ruins here. So these are the variant covers featuring Valkyrie. $20 for Marvel Ruins. Featuring very, twisted versions of all your favorite characters. But yeah, it's just the worst possible Marvel history. But there's a newfound interest in this book. I was glad to see that we had some. Marvel Ruins, $20. The art is amazing. That much I can say to its benefit. The art is really good. But yeah, Marvel Ruins. Encourage you guys to check this out. And with that, we will be back after a very quick break.
Comic Collectibles is a pretty straightforward show. You got Rex here, he sells the comics, and you got Rockin' Robbie, he knows about the comics. And finally, John, well, no one really knows what John does. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's a great guy, but he just keeps showing up. Come to think of it, I don't even really know how he gets in here. Anyway, awesome comics, rare books, rarer signatures, slabbed books, and amazing cover sketches by Ken Hazer and others. Simple formula, you want the comics, you buy the comics. To sum up, Rex sells the comics, Robbie knows the comics, and John, who might possibly be a ghost. I mean, seriously, has anyone ever seen him show up or leave? Comic Collectibles with Rex and John, Mondays from 6 to 8 Eastern on The Experience. Comic Culture and Sales. Imagine being at a convention and going to an interview panel that's just for you. No bustling crowds, no hours-long lines, just you, the moderator, and your favorite comic book creators. Well, this is pretty much that. Miss Jen sits down every week with 2 comic book creators for a live stream interview about their latest work, and you can ask them whatever you want. It's Talking Shop, Mondays at 5 Eastern on The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales.
Do you remember what it was like when you were a little kid and you got a letter in the mail? Now imagine that letter was filled with information about your favorite shows, pop culture questions, links to things you're going to want to see later, and even sneak peeks at upcoming programming here on The Experience. That's what the EXP mailing list is. Every week, we send you sneak peeks, information, and all of the relevant links for all of the shows you want to see. Sign up now on our website or scan the QR code that's on your screen right now.
appreciate a lower price kind of thing.
Well, the other thing is they're DCs. If they were Marvels, DCs are a tough tough show sell, except for Zayden.
Sure. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Fat Jacks live auction show. Hope you guys are having a nice Sunday. It's kind of storming outside right now, but luckily the showers haven't affected the walking traffic too much in here. We still had a busy day yesterday and the day before. Hope you guys have better weather, but if you guys are just joining us, please feel free to ask any questions about any of the books. We got a lot of stuff here today. Some early Avengers, early Daredevil, Fantastic Four, all that good stuff. Shoot us a comment. Anything you guys are looking for, let us know. Before we went on break, I was talking about Marvel Ruins, the worst possible Marvel timeline. If you guys are looking for a downer of a story, Marvel Ruins for $20. These are issues that are going up right now. Thomas is asking, what keys did you have for Tales of Suspense? These couple Tales of Suspense, they're very beat up. So don't get too excited. But they're a very cool piece of history. Issue 89. Featuring early Melter appearance right here. $15 on that one. $15. Early Melter right there. And Tales of Suspense 93 for $10. $10. I was talking about before that this issue has MODOK mentioned by name and his voice is in a speech bubble, but he himself does not show up. So it's debated whether or not this is his first cameo. Tales of Suspense, 89 and 93. Those are the ones that I had there. Very much reader copies, but pieces of history nonetheless. 89 for 15, 93 for 10. All right. Let's see. Where to next? I have a friend, Mike, who's trying to collect every Daredevil issue ever in physical. And I saw these and I got excited, but every issue that he already had, we had. So it was dancing around those numbers. So, but a lot of cool stuff. All right, Thomas will take Tales of Suspense number 93. All right. It is all yours. 93. All right, $10. Thomas Bishop, $10. Good grab, Thomas. All right, it's 6 o'clock. You know what that means. It's the 6 o'clock silly segment. I definitely didn't just make that up. I have a bunch of Captain Carrot comics. That's right. Captain Carrot and his amazing zoo crew. This is in the Oz Wonderland War trilogy. Captain Carrot, of course, as everyone knows, just showed up in Justice League Incarnate. Very fun multiverse Justice League story. You know, he's a Superman version. He's a Superman alternate, but he's a rabbit. Sort of similar to everyone's favorite Peter Porker. Captain Carrot and his amazing zoo crew. Issue 1 of the Oz Wonderland War trilogy for $4. Issue 2 for $4. And the final issue, issue 3, for $4. Featuring evil versions of all of the Wizard of Oz characters and all the Alice in Wonderland characters as well. Captain Carrot and his amazing zoo crew. This is from the main volume. This is issue 2. Not just another funny animal comic. That's right. This one's different. Nobody pushes pig iron around. Not even you, Captain Carrot. There's all sorts of really, fun named characters in this. That, of course, is Pig Iron. Also featuring Armadillo. $3 for Captain Carrot number 2. Next up, I got Captain Carrot number 4 facing off against Mud. For $3. Muck Monster Madness from Roy Thomas. Look at that. Roy Thomas. Next up, I got issue number 5 of Captain Carrot and his amazing zoo crew. Just when you thought it was safe to read funny animal books, we give you this one. They're about to come face to face with the secret of Easter Bunny Island. Easter Island, but featuring actual bunny statues. Get it? Captain Carrot, issue 5 for $3. Rabbits of the Last Ark featuring Oklahoma Bones. Good stuff. Captain Carrot number 6 versus the Bunny from Beyond. Leapin' lettuce. If that space rabbit clobbers me like he did the rest of the zoo crew, the earth is doomed. Not to mention Pigsburg. Issue 6 of Captain Carrot for $3. Captain Carrot number 8 for $3, featuring the timekeeper, who's turning Captain Carrot and his amazing zoo crew either too old or too young. Issue 8 for $3. Issue 9 for $3. It looks like the timekeepers scattered Captain Carrot and his amazing zoo crew to different periods of time. Next up, I got issue 10 for $3. Captain Carrot and his amazing zoo crew. Where walks the Wuzzwolf? Scott Shaw on the pencils on this cover here. Next up, I got issue 11. Still fighting the Wuzzwolf, it looks. Issue 11 for $3. Pig Iron facing off against Wuzzwolf. Issue 13 for $3. Fighting off against Cold Turkey. Issue 14. Guest starring the Just a Lot of Animals, the JLA. Characters like Wonder Wabbit, Aqueduct, The Crash, the Bat Mouse, facing off against our zoo crew, Alley Cadabra, Rubber Duck, Fastback, Yankee Poodle, and Pig Iron. The JLA in all their glory. Also featuring animal versions of the actual creators. So Roy Tomcat, Scotty Shaw, E. Nelson Birdwell, Al Gordon, and Duck G. Ordano. Issue 14 for $3. James Gunn, Where's My Captain Carrot animated show? Issue 15 for $3. Guest starring Super Squirrel and the Just a Lot of Animals. I like that they're putting all the names of the characters on the cover now. I think that sells more books too. Issue 15 for $3. Crisis on Earth C- is the name of this event. Issue 16. Starsky and Hutch was never like this, or was it? Captain Carrot and his amazing zoo crew. Created by Roy Thomas, Jerry Conway, and Scott Shaw. That's right, all your favorite creators worked on Captain Carrot. Facing off against the Screeching Tire. Issue 16 for $175. Captain Carrot number 17 for $3. Busting out of the pages of News Squeak. Next up, I got issue 18. They're Xing out the title and putting their own names on the cover. Issue 18 for $175. Issue 19. Facing off against Frogzilla. How do you fight a 50-foot frog? Is the question that they will answer in this issue. Issue 19 for $3. And finally, issue 20. Featuring a Teen Titan? That's right. Featuring Beast Boy, who at the time they were calling the Changeling. Very interesting rename there. Captain Crew and the Amazing Zoo Crew with their very own Teen Titan. Also, Gorilla Grodd. What better place than Gorilla Grodd for Gorilla Grodd to show up? That concludes our 6 o'clock silly segment. Get yourself some Captain Carrot. All right. While I'm pulling up the next books, here's another question for the crowd. Favorite comic event, Infinity Gauntlet level, that kind of thing. Because I'm about to get into one of my favorite events from DC. What are your guys' favorite comic events? All right. So, right here, I have the complete Blackest Night storyline. Yes, this is a reprint of number 1, so it's a little bit cheaper. But this is the full storyline right here. All the other ones are first printings. Blackest Night, of course, is the event that brought the Black Hand into immense power. He became the founder of the Black Lantern Corps, and this led to the creation of many, many Lantern Corps, many new ones. The Blue Lantern Corps, the Indigo Lantern Corps, the Orange Lanterns, and, of course, the Black and White Lantern Corps, Life and Death. This is just a classic event by Jeff Johns. Classic Green Lantern architect right here. Blackest Night number 1 for $4.50. Blackest Night number 2 for $4.50. Issue 3. Here you can see many of the Black Lanterns here. At the time, a lot of big DC characters were dead, so this is a big opportunity for them to come back, but first be used for evil by the Black Hand. Firestorm, Deathstorm, as they call them, Aquaman, Hawkman, Hawkgirl. A lot of, fan favorites being twisted by the Black Lantern Corps. Issue 3 for $4.50. This is an event I definitely want to reread. So I'm pulling out my copies at home to read them. This is just such a fun event. And I really wish that they would, do more with the different Lantern Corps these days. Blackest Night issue 4 for $4.50. I'm really hoping eventually that, of course, Blackest Night storyline gets adapted for the movies or TV show or something, because it's just such a cool storyline. And I know there's a Green Lantern show coming out very soon. Blackest Night issue 5 for $4.50. These are all in great shape, by the way. I didn't mention, but very fine plus is the grading for all these. Blackest Night number 6 for $4.50. Number 7 for $6.50. And number 8 for $5.50. Sinestro being the first White Lantern was a pretty big deal. Here you can see all the corps, all the leaders of the corps, Larfleeze for the Orange Corps, Scarecrow representing the Yellow Lantern Corps, Atrocitus for the red, Hal for the green, of course, Saint Walker for blue, Carol Ferris for the Star Sapphire Corps, Sinestro for the white, Lex Luthor for the Orange Corps. Forgot about that. That was a cool look for him, that armor. And the Indigo Corps, I forget that character's name. But all 8 parts of the Blackest Night storyline right here. Yeah, at least an animated movie. I don't know why. The recent DC animated movies haven't been that great either. So they really need a killer like this, But yeah, fantastic storyline. All 8 parts right here. Pick it up if you haven't already. Awesome storyline. Blackest Night. This, of course, was followed by Brightest Day, which went on for way more than 8 issues, but was a cool way to jump back into the DC universe. This brought a lot of characters back to life, of course, so it was a big turning point for the DC universe. Blackest Night. The current Punisher run by Jason Aaron just wrapped up. I thought it was fantastic. 12 issues, in and out. He did what he had to do. It didn't return everything to status quo, though, so I hope that they'll do something interesting with him next, but hopefully not anytime soon. I have Punisher War Journal #1 for Punisher fans. Very fine grade for $15. During this 12-issue Jason Aaron Punisher run, they were doing a lot of War Journal one-shots that were all very good. What was it? There was Blitz, Brother, and Base. Those were the 3. But this is the very first Punisher World Journal #1. Very fine grade for $15. All right. Moving on. Dark Horse's Star Wars efforts. This is issue 10. Very fine minus grade for $25. There's been some big Star Wars books recently. There's so many to keep up with. I imagine anyone reading them, it probably just picks up all the Star Wars books. See what else. Here's a classic cover you've probably seen 1,000 times. X-Force issue 2. This is a fine plus grade for $11. This, of course, is the second appearance of Deadpool. Second appearance of Deadpool. Third movie on the horizon. This character has definitely permeated pop culture very heavily for being such a direct Deathstroke ripoff. I think that's pretty funny. But Deadpool is still a very enjoyable character for me. Current Deadpool, run by Alyssa Wong, is fantastic as well, if you guys haven't picked it up already. I believe issue 7 just came out. Second appearance Deadpool, fine plus for $11. X-Force #2. Here's a fun book right here by Mike Barr and Jerry Bingham. Batman in Darkest Night. This is an Elseworlds book with that nice binding, real spine, all that good stuff. This is an Elseworlds story featuring Batman as a Green Lantern. Very fine plus grade for $8. Batman in Darkest Night. We have a customer regular here at the shop who likes to collect all the Elseworlds stuff. He already has this, but he he just loves anything with Elseworlds on the title. But this is an especially cool one featuring Batman as a Green Lantern right here. $8. Batman in Darkest Night. One shot, so the whole story is right here. Here's another classic. Batman Shadow of the Bat, issue 1. This is a polybag situation, so it's a whole collector's set in here. 3D Arkham Asylum pop-up. 2 full-color posters by Brian Stelfreeze. Pretty cool. An official blueprint of Arkham Asylum. And a special edition bookmark. All in there. For $10. Shadow of the Bat, number 1. The sticker with the original price is on the bag inside, so that's from the original poly bag. So this is an original condition. Shadow of the Bat, issue 1 for $10. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff that I would be tempted to open if I bought this, you know, like all the posters and stuff. Shadow of the Bat, issue 1 for $10. All right, once again, I encourage everyone to comment any books that they're looking for, any questions they have, anything of the sort. We're here until 7, so you let us know any books you have questions about. Forgot this for the silly segment, but Obnoxio the Clown, issue 1 for $7.50. Very fine quality. A very messed up clown, Obnoxio. But he's sort of, you know, one of those many Marvel parodies like Not Brand Ek, all that stuff that kind of poked fun at Marvel, you know, self-aware comedy, all that stuff. So Obnoxio number 1, the Clown versus the X-Men for $7.50. Here's a fun issue. Metamorpho the Element Man, number 3. Very fine plus for $5.50. Metamorpho right now is being featured very heavily in Batman Superman World's Finest. Issue 16 just came out this week. Really fantastic book by Mark Waid and Dan Mora. A love letter to the Silver Age of comics. It's one of my favorite books right now on the shelves. Just yeah, a love letter to Silver Age DC stuff. A lot of good character inclusion. This current arc is fantastic, featuring a lot of android and robotic DC characters. But Metamorpho finds himself in the middle of this mystery. Metamorpho number 3 for $5.50. Another obscure character, Machine Man, in his very first mini-series, very first series at all, actually, number 1, very fine near mint for $5. Aaron Stack, the Machine Man. Machine Man first appeared in the 2001 Space Odyssey Marvel book. Here's the final issue of Todd McFarlane's Amazing Spider-Man run, issue 328, very fine near mint for $25. Spidey punching Hulk incredibly hard, saying, "Now who's the strongest one there is?" Very fine near mint for $25. Issue 328. Some of my favorite DC characters come from the supernatural realm. One of those favorites is the Spectre. The Spectre returns in Adventure Comics number 432. This is a very fine minus grade for $9. Adventure Comics featuring the Spectre. The Spectre, of course, is the embodiment of vengeance in the DC universe. He exacts vengeance on those who deserve it. And it looks like there's some sort of killer here that he's going to exact his vengeance upon. Spectre. Always love me some Spectre. More DC. A couple Superboy books. Superboy number 99. Very fine minus grade for $25. Superboy number 99. Superboy fighting off against the Kryptonite Kid. Pretty unfortunate matchup, I gotta say. See, Superboy, everything my dog and I touch turns to kryptonite. The one substance that can destroy you. Crawl, plead for mercy, and I may decide to let you and your pet live. What a terrible guy. Superboy is thinking to himself, the pain unbearable. Must I beg like a coward to save Krypto and myself? I mean, probably. I mean, that is your one weakness, so probably. Superboy number 99 for $25. Poor Krypto. And if you couldn't guess it, more kryptonite trouble in a few short issues later in Superboy number 136, the decoy of the Doom statues. Krypto's only thinking he's not. Superboy is saying this to himself in a thought bubble, not out loud. Krypto, we've been tricked. The lead coating on these sculptures of my Kryptonian ancestors is melting. The deadly kryptonite underneath it is killing us. Oh, or ooh, he's exclaiming there. Superboy number 136 for $25. Once again, putting Krypto in terrible condition. Featuring all his relatives in statue form, Jor-El, Val-El. Poor Superboy just can't catch a break with this kryptonite. some more funny Superman action. Fine plus copy of Action Comics number 486 for $6. Someone's just shooting a regular old gun at Superman, but it seems to be causing him some distress. A lot of questions on this cover. Who's firing at Superman? Why? Where? How can this weapon kill the invulnerable Man of Steel? That's what I want to know. Rich Buckler on this cover. Very cool. I didn't know he did much Superman. Action Comics number 486 for $6. And with that, we will be right back after a quick break.
Did you know that every experience show, including some exclusive content, streams on Twitch? Check it out, twitch.tv/the_EXP. Or just scan that QR code. What if Hans Gruber from Die Hard had to battle the Joker from Batman the Animated Series in a dance battle? Or who would win in a race between Baby from Baby Driver and Snidely Whiplash? If Austin Powers and Shrek found themselves in a hot dog eating contest, who would emerge victorious? These are the questions we talk about on Nerd Killer Warfare. Debate the most absurd questions you've ever heard in popular culture. Register now by scanning the QR code or visiting bit.ly/EXP casting.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Fat Jacks show. It's another chunk of the show here, just our last chunk. We're here till 7 o'clock. Once again, we're talking to you here from Philly. Still got some books to talk about, but if you guys are looking for any particular books, please remember you can comment below and we can try to have them for you next time if we don't already have them on the rack. Always take a look at the rack. Let us know if you have any questions about those books that are up there. Yeah. Let's get into a few more books before we're done here today. Got to do it every week because we have a lot of copies. But got to remind everybody that we have Vault of Spiders #1. Very fine near mint. A bunch of them. for $20. If you guys haven't seen the Spider-Verse movie already, you have to. You're simply required. It's the best piece of animation that I've seen in ages. Vault of Spiders #1, of course, features the first appearance of a couple spider characters that you see in the movie. Spider-Bite, featured heavily, and Web-Slinger, the Western version of Spider-Man. Spider-Bite actually plays a big role in the movie, in the Spider-Verse movie. So if you guys want to pick up her first appearance, it's just $20. Definitely a book that's very popular and rising right now. So we got plenty of them. So feel free to come by and grab your copy. Vault of Spiders #1 for $20. Very fine, near mint. Also got a few of these. Spider-Woman Alpha, featuring the first team up between Spider-Woman, Spider-Gwen, and Silk. Very fine copy for $10. A story by Kelly Thompson. This is a big story for Silk. Spider-Woman, and Spider-Gwen are both trying to protect Silk from the Inheritors in this book. Silk is known as the Bride in their mythology, so they're trying to capture her because she's a necessary part of their survival. Spider-Woman Alpha #1, very fine for $10. Couple more modern books. Spider-Man issue 8, featuring the second appearance of Spider-Boy. Very fine, near mint for $7. Spider-Boy, of course, is the smash-out hit Spider character of 2023. He also just appeared in Edge of Spider-Verse #3. It was supposed to be his origin. Spoiler alert, I read it. Not much of an origin. Just sort of keeping up the mystery of why no one remembers him. Bailey Briggs, yeah, that's his name. Bailey Briggs is a mystery that is still unfolding. So, issue 9 just came out, I believe. Yeah, issue 9 is out right now. So, issue 8, harder to find now. Considered a minor key, $7 for this issue here. Here's another modern book featuring the Spider-Verse. This is from not the current volume, but the volume before that. Edge of Spider-Verse #1 for $6. Very fine, near mint. Spider-Man Noir, Aranya, Spider-Rex, all get stories in this book. Edge of Spider-Verse #1 for $6. The other book that's really rising right now because of the Spider-Verse movie is the first appearance of Spot and the second appearance of Spot. Second appearance actually has him on the cover. I luckily have that in my collection, I'm happy to say, so that's been rising nicely. Spot was portrayed excellently in the movie, I think. Couple more modern keys for you. This I was surprised to see is still holding strong. Star Wars #34 by Charles Soule, featuring the broken saber of Skywalker, of Luke Skywalker. Very fine, near mint for $18. You'll see it for a little more online. $18. This is the first appearance of his new lightsaber, and kind of goes heavily into the science of lightsabers and how they work, all that stuff. So this is a very hot book right now. Star Wars #34 for $18. Aaron Eichmann, Spider-Man. This is from the first volume of Edge of Spider-Verse, the very first one, before they did 20 others. This is a character that I think you do see in the Spider-Verse movie. He's not featured too heavily, but he's very cool. Aaron Eichmann's Spider-Man appears in Edge of Spider-Verse issue 3, $4.50. This one hasn't been going up, but it's another fun Spider-Verse, one-off. Very cool suit that's featured in some of the games and stuff like that. Edge of Spider-Verse number 3. There's a new Sandman TV show on Netflix. That's supposed to be very, very excellent. I have a couple keys for Sandman here. Sandman Master of Dreams, issue 2. Very fine plus grade for $30. This is the first appearance of Goldie and second appearance of Dream. Sandman Master of Dreams, number 2, $30. And Sandman Master of Dreams, issue 3, very fine plus for $25. Here's another Elseworlds book. Comment if you guys have a favorite Elseworlds book. We probably have it here. Elseworlds is a very fun DC imprint. Allows them to play with characters however they like because it's going to take place in an alternate universe. Batman Dark Allegiances by Howard Chaykin. $8 for this very fine plus copy. Batman Dark Allegiances from Elseworlds. Here's another oldie. Good grade. Definitely pretty beat up. I'm glad you said Kingdom Come. I will bring that up in a second. Adventure Comics, number 372. Good grade for $10. Superboy's Crack Up. Adventure Comics, 372. I'm glad you said Kingdom Come because I have that right here, including the preview fold-out special page that they had. Very fine near mint copy of Kingdom Come number 1 for $14. By Mark Waid and Alex Ross. This is sort of DC's Earth X. Alex Ross getting to do all the pencils, paint a very vivid picture of a sort of darker alternate universe of the DC universe. He did this for DC and Marvel. I think Earth X was first, though. Someone in the comments can correct me on that if I'm wrong, but I think Earth X was first. Kingdom Come, number 1, $14. Previews in there too. Very cool book. All right. What else we got? For me, some of Ross and Wade's best work. Yeah, definitely have to agree. A lot of good Mark Waid stuff. I think I didn't realize how much I enjoyed his work until more recently. I started noticing his name a lot more. I'm like, he's on this run that I like, that run that I like. He's very busy. He's had a very busy career. All right. Some odds and ends here. Some stuff I think is really fun. Right off the bat. Very fine near mint copy of The Real Heroes. That's right. From 1994. This is a Pizza Hut collab. Polybagged issue, so it's in good shape. Collect all 4 exclusive Marvel comics to complete the set. Pizza Hut collab. I didn't know about this. It's featuring Spider-Man, Iron Man, Firestar, and the Human Torch, ablaze in the embers of vengeance. On Lucas and I's YouTube channel, The Cosmic Panel, we just talked about Combo Man recently. I wish we had that. I'd like to find that book in real life, but Combo Man, of course, is a Marvel superhero original creation inspired by combos. The character himself is actually very powerful because he's a combination of several different Marvel characters. I say characters because it's villains and heroes, but Combo Man himself is a hero. The Cosmic Panel, check it out for the Combo Man video breakdown. But of course, this is a Pizza Hut collab from 1994. So $8, very fine near mint. Very funny book right there. From one of Marvel's very numerous reboots that they've done, all new, all different Marvel .1. They did these to sort of kick off and show what the new titles were going to be, what the new status quo, what the new energy atmosphere of the Marvel Universe was going to be. All new, all different Marvel was one of those reboots. This .1 here is a very fine near mint copy for $10. Thanks for the plug. This is a 1 in 50 retailer incentive version variant of Miss Marvel. Very fine near mint copy for $14. Just $14 for a 1 in 50 incentive. That's a deal. This is a book I haven't read myself, but has a bit of a cult following. Stray Dogs #1, very fine near mint copy for $20. Book from Image. Image recently has been putting out so much good stuff. So much good stuff. Really, really good stuff. A lot of titles I've been enjoying. Chroma, Void Rivals just came out. What else? They have the whole massive verse now featuring Radiant Black and all those adjacent characters. No One, namely, is a very good series from Image right now in the massive verse. But yeah, a lot of good stuff from Image right now. Warlock and the Infinity Watch #25, very fine near mint copy for $15. Featuring Warlock and Thanos putting Thor in chains. $15. Right. As we near the end here, once again, encourage everyone to comment any books they're looking for so I can try and have them for next time. We want to bring you guys what you want to see. We have a massive stock of back issues here at this shop. So hopefully we have something that you guys are looking for. Here's a modern key I missed, but this is a first appearance of Angel Breaker from Batman number 122 from the recent run. This one, this hasn't really held as much value. It's kind of stagnated and then went down a little bit, but $5.50 for Batman 122, first appearance Angel Breaker, a new character in Ra's al Ghul's Shadow group. Shadow War Part 2, Batman 122 for $5.50. Very fine. Near mint. Let me show this off.
But, yeah, you can.
A few weeks ago, Lucas and I were going over the Nightfall arc, Nightfall, Night's End, all that stuff. It all wraps up in the Batman Vengeance of Bane special. This is a fine plus copy for $8. We have a lot more Batman stuff to go over from a recent donation collection spanning, like the 90s to 2000s. So there's a lot of good stuff in there. This is a very important issue to that. They just recently reprinted this. Once again, Vengeance of Bane. So it's a pretty iconic Bane story. Batman is recovering from his broken back that Bane gave him around this time. But yeah, Vengeance of Bane, fine plus for $8. Here's a collector's item here with featuring all the collectibles. The Death of Superman. Just $5 for this collection here. There's a pin, there's a card, there's stamps that you can cut out. The Death of Superman for just $5. They really made this was like a ceremonial package they made out of it with all these fun collectibles involved too. Just $5. Posters, all that stuff. The short-lived Death of Superman. Very fine plus copy of Doctor Strange number 6. Featuring the first appearance of the daughter of Mephisto. $25 for this piece. More than I expected it to be, but hopefully Mephisto will show up in a movie or something like that soon. Very fine plus, $25. And then Doctor Strange issue 10 from that same run. Very fine plus as well for $10. Death at the Hands of Morbius. Very cool matchup, Morbius and Doctor Strange in this arc. Few more minor keys from that same Doctor Strange arc. Issue 15, very fine plus for $12, featuring the first appearance of the new Baron Blood new Baron Blood here, not the original from World War II, but a new one who's Doctor Strange's brother. Doctor Strange 15 for $12. You can see him in his full regalia there. Doctor Strange 16 for $3. Issue 17 for $3. A very cool Doctor Strange run. They just put out a trade recently of it, so you can actually read it. But yeah, Doctor Strange, a few minor keys there for you. We only got a couple minutes left with you guys today. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Every Sunday from 4:30 to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're here in Philly at Fat Jack's. Message us, follow us on social media. Fat Jack's Comicrypt is the name everywhere. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, you name it. You name it, we're on there. And yeah, make sure to keep up to date with everything we got going on at the shop. At the Philly location, we're going to have some signings this summer. We're shooting for once a month. We already had Amy Chu here. Next up for July 5th, we have Mike Hawthorne coming, current Batman interior artist. Rob, ASM. You'll let me know exactly what issues you're looking for Amazing Spider-Man. Definitely have a lot of back issues in the shop. If you're looking for old stuff, though, I probably don't have it. But we have a lot of ASM in the shop here. Message us. Message me on Instagram or Twitter. Those are usually the best ways to get a hold of us. Yeah, sorry, we're just wrapping up. But shoot us a message on social media. I'll try to help you find the issues you need. Once again, thank you all for tuning in. Find us on social medias. Talk to us during the week. We hope to see you in the shop this week. Every Wednesday, new releases, of course. Yeah, we have been Fat Jacks. Thanks you for tuning in, and have a wonderful rest of your week. Take care, everybody.
Join the party. Head over to our link tree to find all the links for everywhere the experience is all the time.